Professor of European Studies at Stanford University in Berlin. Ulrich, always a pleasure to have you on. I mean, I'm certainly not a NATO expert, but I can't think of any other de facto members. Is this realistic?
Well, we've heard in the last days a lot of wishful thinking on both sides. The German vice chancellor was painting a picture that the day when the Russian economy is collapsing because of the heavy sanctions from the West is coming soon. And political analysts from the Kremlin side are dreaming of a complete capitulation of Ukraine, and Russia could swallow the entire country. None of this has any evidence, and it points in the same direction if the Minister of Defense is speculating about a de facto entry of Ukraine into NATO. This has always been a red line for NATO. No one wants to be a party of war, not in the beginning when NATO was asked to protect the air above the Ukrainian territory. And it will never, ever happen in the nearer future because that immediately increases the likeliness of a nuclear confrontation.
Yeah, absolutely. What else, therefore, can NATO do to support Ukraine? The issue of arms deliveries is a question of timing, isn't it? Because from the moment there's an agreement to the moment that the weapon can actually be used in Ukraine, so much time has passed. The Ukrainians, the governor of Luhansk, has said everything, as far as the West is providing us, is so far behind schedule.
Well, this is what they have to say, because it's never enough and it's never quick enough. The West has done a lot and the West continues to do as much as they can. But we also have to look at the situation at NATO. They were not prepared for anything like a war on European soil. So NATO has transformed into something like hunting pirates at the Horn of Africa, or fighting a war in Afghanistan against the Taliban, or growing terrorism from there. So the whole equipment and the whole strategy was designed for something else. And they are not sitting on large depots full of heavy weapons that they can simply transport to become something like a party of war. That also needed a long discussion within the societies in the European Union. And now we are slowly moving ahead, but it takes time, and time is not on the side of both parties at war.
Ulrich, also over the past hour, the Russian Foreign Ministry has criticized Germany's plan to remilitarize, warning about a further escalation, about further risks. How much has changed over the past 3 months and a few days for Germany?
Well, a lot has changed. We are talking about new times, like a turning point in the military self-perception of Germany and NATO as such. So there is a lot going on, but that does not practically mean that Germany immediately has a new army. This will take time, and the announcement of spending 100 billion euros on top of what the defense budget already is not something that happens overnight. This is more a long-term project, but it is a new understanding of what the security threats are and how Germany has to respond to this.
Ulrich, thank you so much indeed. Ulrich Brueckner in Berlin.